Okay, well, hello everyone. Profesor Cañedo here, and here we are once again coming down to the end of the end of the line here, and here is a week 13, the week 13 roll call for those of you in the Grossman sections, and it's the week 5 roll call for those of you in the Chicano Studies 141A class. And actually, for those of you in the 141A class, this is the last time you'll see me for a couple of weeks because um, since since Mesa City and Miramar, all the schools in the San Diego district get the entire Thanksgiving week off, so you're gonna get a week off from me. But I'll be back with you again for your week 6 roll call coming up on Monday, November 27th. But of course for everybody in the Grossmont district, and and also for this applies for Southwestern College too, and I think for some of the other districts, we have to keep going from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So those of you in the 108, 109 sections, you get to see my big old Jack in the Box head again for another week. Okay, well, all joking around aside, enough of this silly stuff. Let's get on with the roll call, and let me go and start off right now with those of you in the 141A section. Okay, this week your topics focus in on the process of colonization and settlement, the establishment of European institutions in the New World. And among your topics for this week, we're going to take a look at the Habsburg and the Bourbon kings. These are, of course, the monarchs in Spain when the process of colonization really starts to go at full throttle. But also, we'll also take a look at the English colonies too, and then in terms of regional topics, we'll look at the colonization of New Mexico and California. In addition to your readings and between the conquests, please finish off the second half of the Columbus book. So that's pages 102 to 176. You've got 3 U.S. lecture outlines that I'd like to take a look at, and PowerPoint programs about the Habsburg and Bourbon kings, New Mexico, California, and also the period in U.S. history known as the Great Awakening. And even though the Great Awakening is mainly a topic that I would present more for my Grossmont section, the history 108 class, I think the Great Awakening is definitely instructive in giving you a sense of how the English colonists got the sense of a self-awareness in the early to mid 18th century. And in many respects, this sense of awareness of a religious revival went along with going into the development of the idea of manifestation, something we'll take a look at in much more detail after the Thanksgiving break. Okay, and also too, you also have the first article. You have an article by Arnoldo de Leon and Richard Griswold del Castillo. So definitely check that out. Of course, you'll find all the PowerPoint programs and the PDF files in the week 5 module. Okay. As for your film, there is a bit of a change. On the schedule, I mistakenly have a film about the Explorer Coronado called The Conquest of America. No, that was a mistake that I made at the beginning of the semester, so scratch that. Your film this week is on the Explorer Cabeza de Vaca. And this is actually a link from the Daily Motion website, so you might get a little bit more commercials as you watch it, but no worries, the entirety of the film is there, and of course you've got access to a detailed film summary. So it's not Conquest of America, the Southwest. Your film is Conquistadores, All the World is Human about Cabeza de Vaca. Okay, quiz 5 is going to be. Quiz 4 is going to be wrapping up tonight, just before midnight, and quiz 5 is going to be opening up on Thursday. And keep in mind, because of the Thanksgiving break, that quiz is going to roll over all the way into Monday the 27th. So you're going to have about a week and a half to work on quiz quiz 5. Okay, in terms of discussion forums, okay, discussion group 2, discussion group 1, please post your forums and comment in form 4 by this Friday, the 18th. Those of you in group 3, some of you posted your claims but didn't post your comments, and I realized that may have been because of Veterans Day. So if you posted your claim in form 3 but didn't post your comment, that's okay. Please take care of that as soon as possible today, if you can, and for sure in the next couple days I'll reply to you in form 3. But again, for group 1, please have your form 4 comments ready by Friday. And during the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I will definitely go ahead and read and reply to all of you. And in terms of the first of the major assignments, your SLO assignment is due this Friday about the California mission system, that exercise. Don't forget there was a nuts and bolts video about that I posted early on in the when the session was starting. So just go back to the announcements from about the roughly around the first or second week that time. I forget the exact date, but you've got a nuts and bolts video about that. And don't forget, after you come back from Thanksgiving, you've got the due dates for the EBSCO assignment, the book review, and of course the U.S.-Mexico War assignment. So definitely after Thanksgiving, or better yet, toward the end of this week, please start letting me know about your choices for those, especially for the EBSCO assignment. That's the main assignment that's going to be due the week after that Thanksgiving. Okay, so that's what's on tap for the 141A class. So again, this is the last that you'll be seeing me for a couple of weeks, and I'll see all of you back again on Monday the 27th. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's happening with the Grossmont sections. And let me get my card here. I guess my Price is Right card. All right, let me talk to those of you in the History 108 section. Here's what's happening for you guys this week. Okay, this week we're going to examine a part one of the notion of the topic of the settlement of the West and the conflict over slave labor. So that's chapter 10 of the Humboldt America text, but only half the chapter. We're going to split up chapter 10 for this week into next week. So please check out the first half of chapter 10. That's pages 482 to 499. And then Daughter Fortune, please check out pages 315 to 399. That's chapters 18 to 21. I'll have a review video about last week's readings coming up within the next couple of days. And the PowerPoint, I got a bit of there's a bit of an error there. I mistakenly have on the schedule that your PowerPoint is Mexicans and the Gold Rush. It's actually the Chinese in California. So don't be confused into going into the PowerPoint folder looking for that one about the Mexicans and the Gold Rush. That was a mistake I had from the beginning of the semester. So scratch that. Look at the program about the Chinese in California. Your podcast is for the week is The Battle Over Slavery. Podcast Journal 11 is going to be due on Wednesday the 16th, and Quiz 12 is going to be opening up on Friday, November 18th. Don't forget that next Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, your EBSCO article reviews are going to be due. So please let me know within the next week or so what your article choices are. Don't forget you've got a nuts and bolts video about the EBSCO assignment that I posted way back at the beginning of the semester. So sometime around the latter part of August, beginning of September, in the announcement section, the nuts and bolts video about EBSCO is listed in there. Quiz 12 is going to be Quiz 12 is actually going to be wrapping up in a couple of weeks. So with Thanksgiving, thanks. Okay, I'm sorry, but scratch that. I'm starting to get your information confused with my Mesa class. That's one of the things that I don't like about having these different schedules in which one district has vacation during Thanksgiving week and the other district is still going. So quiz 12 is going to be starting on Friday, November 18th. And again, Podcast Journal 11 is going to be due on Wednesday, the 16th. Quiz 11 is going to be shutting down this coming Friday at just before midnight. So apologize for the confusion there, everybody. But like I said, sometimes these changes in schedules, these differences in schedules, really can really trip me up from time to time. Okay, all right. Now, last but not least, let me talk to those of you in the History 109 section. Here's what's on tap for all of you. Okay, your topic this week in the 109 class. Your topic is economic adversity, transform the nation, and please check out chapter 13 in the Humboldt America text. Your PowerPoint program is on the infamous political scandal known as Watergate, which embroiled Richard Nixon and all of his guys. Of course, you heard Mr. Trump and his people make reference to Secretary Clinton's email scandal, making the comparison to Watergate. It's kind of debatable, if that comparison is valid or not. But for a real political scandal, definitely what happened 40 years ago with Watergate is a very significant event in U.S. political history. So check out my PowerPoint program on that. Your podcast for the week is War in Vietnam, Rebelling at Home, and you've got the last episode to watch from the Ken Burns Jazz series. I'll have a preview video about that episode coming up within the next couple of days. So either Wednesday or Thursday, I'll have a preview video about episode 10 and also some final remarks. My final observations with respect to the series and, of course, the significance of American jazz in modern United States history. Okay, in terms of assignments and due dates, your podcast Journal 13 is going to be due on Thursday the 17th, and Quiz 13 is going to be starting on Friday the 18th. Quiz 12 is going to be wrapping up on Friday the 18th, and you've got a couple of key due dates coming up on Friday the 18th as well. Please send me your EBSCO article review assignments by Friday the 18th. If you haven't informed me yet of what your article is that you want to do, please let me know as soon as possible and try to get your article choices into me. I would say no later than Wednesday. I don't want to get into the situation where you wait till maybe Thursday or Friday morning and inform me of your article choices. More often than not, most likely, it's going to be a very rare occurrence that I reject an article choice. But to prevent the possibility of that happening, definitely, I would say by this Wednesday, let me know what your article choices are. And don't forget that I gave you a nuts and bolts video about EBSCO way back with the August 26th announcement. So if you're confused about EBSCO, definitely go back into the August 26th announcement for more details. The other due date, of course, is your first of the big three discussion topics. So please have your immigration comments posted in the discussion board by Friday the 18th. Of course, have a link to your article and of course in the discussion section, please give me your perspective, your take, your commentary about your article. After Thanksgiving, after the abbreviated Thanksgiving week, your auto industry comments are due on Friday, December 2nd, and also due Friday, December 2nd are your Ken Burns jazz comparative essays. So those are going to be due in a little bit more than a couple weeks, but I wanted to give you a quick heads up about that. Okay, all right. There was quite a lot of stuff in there for everybody, and I had a feeling this was going to happen because, of course, we're coming right down to the wire. If I happen to miss anything in this roll call, I'll definitely remind everybody about that with in the announcement section for the rest of the week. Okay, everyone. So that takes care of this week's roll call. You guys have a great week, and those of you in the 109, 108 sections, I'll be back with you next week for an abbreviated Week 14 roll call, and of course, I'll talk to the Mesa people in 2 weeks from now. All right, everyone, that's it. So I'll see you guys next time.